Friends, in this video on the series Learn to Earn More, I would be speaking on interview, a job interview which all of us face sometimes or the other. There are a lot of material on the whole thing, but let me just start by saying this. Normally, for an interview, we prepare only 1 or 2 days in advance. But for a marriage or an engagement ceremony, we prepare 6 to 8 months advance. This is the sad part. For the interview also, you should be preparing much ahead because it's a more important event in your life. Interview is confidence building measure. It's a confidence building measure by which the employer builds confidence in you on your deliverables and your sustainability and you as a solution provider to him. Similarly, you are also expected to build confidence in the employer that what he says, he will be doing it, and your association with him would be good for your future and for your family. So let us start the interview by pre-interview stage. Pre-interview stage should be, first, you should research the company. You should research the company well to ascertain the turnover, the profitability, the location, the USP, so that when you go for an interview, you have a fair idea about the interview, about your interviewer, and you have prepared your answers according to that data which you have collected. And now this data should help you to practice your answers to common questions. Your answers to common questions could be on various aspects. It could be to relevant experience, relevant expertise to the interviewer. It could be because of the challenging roles which you may face and how you will be correlating your experiences of the past with the future job. And then it could be also how you foresee yourself in the company and what will be your most likable thing about working together. So these are really the questions which you should likely prepare so that when you go for interview, you can say something on this. Now, as we have said earlier, that you have to comfortably prepare for the interview. Then, after this, you study the job qualifications. You study the job requirements. Do the job requirements means? Do the requirements will change in role? Would you like to have that new role which is being assigned? You think it'll do justice to your experience and expertise and salaries? So you need to think of the various questions and answers, questions which you are likely to be facing in an interview. Then you should be able to make your answers, formulate your answers in a very, very short, crisp manner. Giving an answer, long due answer, has no meaning because nobody has the time. So the answers must indicate your communication skills, your thinking skills. That is by very, very precise answers which you do. Then you should be able to relate your work with the work of the company. And how do you think you'll go about doing that? So that was the little bit about the pre-started this thing interview. Now you also have to prepare yourself psychologically for the interview. By psychological interview means a night prior you prepare your attire for the next morning. Then what you also do is be relaxed, be confident because the knowledge would have made you confident, and that this interview is not the last interview which you'll face in life. You will be facing many, many more interviews. If you make a mistake during the interview, never mind. You can always excuse your this thing and start fresh answers. During the interview, you will be expected to give adequate attention to all the members of the board, and the answers will have to be very, very polite and correct and in a confident voice. So that should be give you a fair idea about the your performance in the interview. Then, when you have finished interview and the interviewers have developed some confidence in you, they would be asking you to ask some questions about this thing. So these you should be able to answer the ask some relevant questions which are basically related to your job and your other profile. I think I have given you a reasonable idea about the job interview.